What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it, everybody who does that. I appreciate everybody for being here and watching and just finding your way to the channel. You guys, this video is going to pertain to Ethereum and the Ethereum ETFs. I'm going to give my short-term price targets, and I'm going to tell you what I think the ETF approval means for the more immediate price action, what's going to happen. So hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get started. I was just looking at this here on Reuters, and over here, let's see, up here, yeah, tied to the price of Ether, potentially paving the way for products to begin trading later this year. That means, so the ETFs, you guys, have been approved. They've been approved to get listed. They're not listed yet. Nobody can access them. They're not listed yet. They're approved, but later this year, they will be listed. I don't know about you guys. Later this year is a little bit vague, but it sure doesn't sound like it's going to be tomorrow or next week. Later this year, to me, makes me think June, later than June, something like that. And actually, if we go back here, I typed this question in. It won't let me go back. Am I stuck on Reuters forever? I guess so. Let's see. I typed in, when is ETH ETF getting listed? And it said related indices. Galaxy Digital predicts that spot Ethereum ETFs will be listed on exchanges in July or August later this year, July or August. That's awesome for the Ethereum price. That's awesome. Why is that awesome? I'll tell you why. Let's go. Let's go to Bitcoin, the only other crypto that's had an ETF approved and listed. When Bitcoin's ETF was listed, was back here. I remember it was on the 11th of January. It was this day here. We had it approved like 2 days before, so it was up in this area, right? So very, very different circumstances, right? It was approved but listed very shortly afterwards. We did move up. We moved up, right? Everybody was expecting a sell the news event, and I was too. I was expecting a sell the news event, but after the listing. I remember saying that. I'm like, I bet we pump into the listing, and then on listing day we dump. And dump we did on listing day, didn't we? Just to show you what will probably likely happen for Ethereum when the listing happens, which apparently what the block is saying, Galaxy Digital predicts will be in July or August. July might be true. People probably want to get it out sooner, but maybe they want to scoop up some Ethereum before then, pump the price so that people can buy their ETFs at more expensive premiums, or I guess not premiums, but prices. If we look at Ethereum on the weekly here, we're sitting at about $37.58, $3,758 right now. We essentially had a bull flag. I would call this. I would call this a bull flag right here, right? We've got, why did it do that? Got our move up, consolidated down. We're breaking out now with great volume. It's above average. It's not the most miraculous volume you've ever seen, but it's good enough. I would think we're about to see the next phase of this overall move here, right? Consolidation, the next phase. We are not getting listed. The ETH ETF is not getting listed until July or August, at least in a vague answer later this year. It's not tomorrow or next week like the Bitcoin was. The Bitcoin ETFs were. That gives Ethereum time to grow. Meanwhile, everybody is assuming, and normally this is the case. Normally this is the case where you would get a big news event like this and you sell the news. Normally that is the case. We just haven't done it yet. If we sell the news, if I'm wrong, maybe we get a quick little dip back down to 3,300, previous areas of resistance, previous areas of support, somewhere around there, 33 to 3,400, and then we move up. Maybe that could happen. It'd probably be very swift, but nonetheless, I would expect into the listing, the time of the listing for the Ethereum ETF, we could very well be at new all-time highs. Right? If we take the all-time high to the cycle low, we rejected the 886, found support on the 69. This is a nice maneuver that you're doing right now. When you get above the 886, when you close a week or multiple days above $4,005, you are looking prime for $7,700 to about $10K. I would say this probably these prices honestly are going to be toward the end of the cycle. I wouldn't think that happens this year, but I mean it could. But looking at the current trajectory, you know, by the end of this year, you could see prices up there. Now, if the ETF is getting approved in July to August, right? That's what it's saying. Perhaps we're not at $7,750. Perhaps we are. But at the very least, I would assume that we're near, if not above, our previous all-time highs. That could mean that by the time the Ethereum ETF is listed, ETFs, it's plural, right, are listed, Ethereum could be $1,500 higher than it is now. It could be above 5K. It could be above 6K. I don't know. But when it's listed, that's likely when we will sell off and we will see our next consolidation phase. That's my assumption. So I think a lot of people have been playing this news right now that got dropped as a short kind of news, as a sell the news kind of event. I think everybody's anticipating that, and it's going to wreck people. If we look at this thing on the 4 hour, how many people when the ETH ETF came out were saying sell the news on this big candle down here, right? How many people took shorts or sold and now they're underwater, or they'd have to buy back at higher prices? As the days go on and we start going up, how much are they going to sweat? Are they going to buy back? Are we going to get a short squeeze? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I don't know what the short volume is against Ethereum right now, but I do feel like I've heard a lot of people say this is a sell the news event. Well, we're on our second day since the news came out. Where's the sell the news event? I don't see it. We're moving sideways. We're consolidating. We actually look really good on the daily RSI. The weekly RSI looks phenomenal. Look at just beyond the fact that we bounced off the 50 tremendously, which that in itself is great. Beyond the fact that we're breaking this consolidation that we've been in for months with above average volume and a very nice candle, putting everything to shame. Ethereum's rising while everything else is sleeping, right? Besides that, the trajectory of this overall is just higher lows and higher highs. It makes me think we are going to the overbought zone. And if we're going to the overbought zone, you best believe we've got more in us. We're going to go above 4K. We're likely going to make our way up to the all-time highs, if not beyond. And I really would not be surprised if by the time the ETH ETFs are listed, whenever that is, the later, the more likely this would be. The earlier, the less likely this would be, that we would be at new all-time highs. Later in the year, it's vague. Later in the year could be next month in June, but if this is saying Galaxy Digital is expecting July or August, maybe they're accurate. I feel like they're pretty spot on with that stuff. It could be later, but the more time that it takes until the listing, especially if there's no speed bumps or hiccups along the way, the more time we have to grow. The less time, then the less time we have to grow. But nonetheless, I would expect by the listing we'd be near the all-time highs, if not above them. And when that happens, that's when we're going to sell. Until then, we're moving up. And that's all I got to say. The daily, the weekly, the 4 hour time frames, they all look bullish. They all look very bullish. So anybody who's biting the sell the news event biscuit, it must be a stale biscuit. If you can't tell it's stale, give it a day or two. It's going to get more and more stale as we get going, man. I really do think that over the coming week to 2 weeks, Ethereum's going to continue to surprise people and amaze people, and we're moving up, man. And that could mean good things for a lot of cryptos, man. That really could mean good things. We don't have to move up today or tomorrow, but the 4 hour does look bullish. The daily is in a bullish posturing right now. We could afford to move sideways or even down maybe a couple more days, but we might not. Who knows when we're going to start running? All I know is when we do, things are going to get hectic, you guys. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. This really could be good for the month of June. June might be a really good month, which I'm thrilled about. That's awesome. So if you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I don't think I have anything else I want to say, so take care, you guys. Have a great day. I don't think we're going to get a significant sell-off, right, like this or like this. Probably not like that, but anything significant at all until the Ethereum ETF is listed. Or, God forbid, there's some kind of hiccup in the time that it takes for the ETFs to get listed. But that's all I got. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.